Uncle Claude here, and first off, I want to thank Michelle's daughter because she asked me to talk about this splintering, I'll say, of Jimmy Butler and Pat Riley. And to be quite honest, I'm not shocked at all because this is what happens when you have two alpha males and when you have an aging superstar and an executive who, let's face it, he has built a culture and he has a my way or the highway mentality and has always been like that. And the only guy he could not get away with this with was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but that's another story. And if you are a real Laker fan, you know how important Pat Riley is to the Laker culture. In fact, he really brought the Laker culture out to South Beach. And I tell you what, Riley is sort of what's missing with the Lakers right now, but that's another chapter in another book, so to speak. But Jimmy Butler's hands are not clean either. I mean, let's face it, if you follow Jimmy Butler's career, and he is a self-made superstar, and I'm a big Jimmy Butler fan, and I'm a Pat Riley fan, so I'm sort of torn. But to be fair, Jimmy Butler, he is one of those guys when it's time for him to go, he leaves. I'm telling you. And his stops at Chicago, Minnesota, and Philadelphia have not ended gracefully, so to speak. And Jimmy Butler's one of those guys, when he's had it, he's had it. Now, Jimmy Butler is what makes him great is also what drives you crazy about him because he thinks he's a number one option, and he's more like a 2 or 3 option offensively. But he is unafraid. And he's also one of those guys where the bigger the game, the better he plays. That being said, he'll give you 35 one game and 15 the next because he's not a great shooter, but he can get hot and he's a very good scorer. He's not a great three-point shooter. He is a tremendous defensive player. Now, he's not the player that he once was, and that's really due to age and injuries, and that happens to all NBA players and all of us in particular. But he's also one of those guys that can galvanize a team. And Pat Riley has a way of doing things, and we've seen that since the Kareem and Magic days. And listen, he's never going to change. And listen, he got rid of Dwayne Wade, okay? He got rid of LeBron in his prime. Of course, LeBron wanted to go back to Cleveland. And it was more LeBron's choice. Now, Dwayne Wade, he just got rid of. Now, if you want to say that Pat Riley is guilty of the disease of me, and that's a statement that he made way back in the 80s, and he also wrote a book of the same name, you can make that case. But let's make no mistake, Riley has been very successful both as a coach and as an executive. And to me, he's always been a better coach than Phil Jackson. And he has proven to be a much better executive than Phil Jackson. All you need to do is see how that worked out for Phil being in the front office and president of the New York Knicks. You see how dreadful that was. And look how long Riley has been at the helm in Miami. But this, I don't think that he should have been suspended 7 games. But again, this is Pat Riley's ship, and he's going to do it the way he wants to do it. Where will Jimmy Butler end up? Listen, the best place for Jimmy to end up would be Philadelphia because, let's face it, he and Joel Embiid have stayed friendly. And he really looks, and I think that's a good way to motivate Joel Embiid if you're a Sixer. They probably won't do that, and I don't think that Riley would ever deal Butler to where he wants to go. But I could see him going, and I don't know how much you're going to get back for him because everybody knows that he is disgruntled. But it is for sure that Jimmy Butler, in my opinion, has definitely played his last game in Miami. And it's sad to see how this is splintered, but I am not shocked that this has happened. And it's very sad to see. And I hope that Jimmy Butler does go somewhere where he can win a championship. I really do. But more than likely that will not happen. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Claude signing out. Take care, stay safe, and God bless.